Hello, how is everyone doing today? Welcome back to Spiritual Bookshelf. I'm your host, Philip. I'm so glad you have joined me today because we are tackling a feeling that I think almost everyone has felt at some point in their lives. Let me ask you, have you ever felt like your memory is just terrible? Maybe you are trying to learn a new skill for work, or you are studying for a big exam, perhaps even that challenging lawyer exam we talk about, and you just feel this overwhelming sense of helplessness. Imagine this. You just bought a messy, incredibly detailed Lego set. You are so excited, you open the box and dump all the pieces onto the floor. There are thousands of tiny, colorful plastic parts everywhere. But then you realize something terrifying. The box didn't come with an instruction manual. You try your hardest to put it together. You spend hours snapping pieces together by trial and error. But no matter how hard you work or how much you sweat, you just end up with a messy pile of plastic. You can't build that beautiful masterpiece you saw on the cover of the box. This is the perfect picture of how many people study. Your brain is stuffed full of parts, little bits of fragmented information, but because you lack a structure and instruction manual, those facts are just useless junk sitting in your head. And when you actually need to use that information, you can never find it. But what if I told you that memory isn't actually a talent? What if I told you it's more like a technique for assembly? Welcome back to the show. I'm Philip, and today we are continuing our deep dive into the inside of Dr. Shigeki Tsukiyama, a renowned Japanese neuroscientist. We are exploring his book, Amazing Memory Technique, Only Top Medical Students Know. Dr. Tsukiyama has a revolutionary view of the brain. He believes that our natural innate intelligence is actually very similar. The real key to success in life isn't being born a genius. It's learning how to utilize your brain and master the art of memory. As a brain surgeon and scientist, Dr. Tsukiyama wants to bust a very common myth. Most people think that memory is like a muscle. They think that if they just train it harder and harder, that memory muscle will get bigger and stronger, and they suddenly be able to remember everything. Listen closely, because this is the game changer. Memory is not a muscle. Memory is a process of handling information. This is so crucial if you feel like your memory is bad. It's usually not because your brain engine is broken. It's because there is a problem in your input and output process. Think about it this way. Imagine you have a top-of-the-line professional grade juicer. It's powerful, it's shining, and it's expensive. But if you try to shove a whole unpeeled pineapple into the machine, what's going to happen? It's going to jam. The motor will growl, it might smoke, and it definitely won't give you any juice. Is the juicer broken? No, the machine is fine. The problem is that the input was too big and unprepared for the process. This is why Dr. Tsukiyama suggests that before you even start reading a book or attending a lecture, you need to weave a net in your brain. You need a framework. You need an instruction manual first. Instead of just throwing raw, unpeeled information at your brain, you need to prepare it. You need to break the pineapple down into small, manageable pieces so the juicer can do its magic. In the next few minutes, I'm going to share how we can start building this net, so that every bit of information we catch stays right where it belongs. We are going to stop hand copying and start learning like the high-speed rail we were meant to be. But before we get into the how, I want you to take a deep breath and let go of the idea that you have a bad memory. You don't have a bad memory, you just haven't mastered the assembly technique yet. Think about your own study habit. Are you dumping Lego pieces on the floor, or are you looking for the manual first? Stay tuned, because after the break, we are going to talk about exactly how to prep the input and create an output that makes you feel like a genius. I'm Philip, and this is Spiritual Bookshelf. Let's get that brain engine running smoothly.